This episode of the A.T.TIPSCAST is sponsored by TextHelp. Boost reading, writing, and learning confidence with TextHelp. TextHelp is a world-leading specialist in assistive technology and literacy support software. They believe that literacy skills are every student's passport to academic, social, and professional success. They create smart, friendly software supports that enable young people to read and write with confidence. Read and Write is their award-winning software designed to support struggling readers and writers, English language learners, and students with learning disabilities by providing an easy-to-use toolbar that helps with reading, writing, research, and more, virtually everywhere. Read and Write is available on Windows, Macs, and as a Chrome extension, and on both iPad and Android tablets. To find out more, visit texthelp.com/readwrite. Need to make more time for reading? With Fluency Tutor for Google, you can do just that. This time-saving, leveled reading and assessment tool helps busy teachers bring struggling readers up to speed. Teachers can share an unlimited number of reading passages with students, then listen to, score, and provide feedback on their recordings. Try it for free at fluencytutorforgoogle.com. To find out more about TextHelp and their award-winning software solutions for educators and students, visit texthelp.com or call 1-888-248-0652. That number again is 1-888-248-0652. Welcome to the A.T.TIPSCAST, where we explore free or nearly free tools and strategies that educators can use to provide more options to all learners. I'm your host, Chris Bouguet. This is episode 149, recorded on January 8th, 2016. Make it awesome. Here's a question. Are you happy with your job? Do you like what you do? No, wait, here's a better question. Do you love what you do? I find most people fall somewhere between ick and meh when it comes to job satisfaction. When you ask someone how they're doing in the world of education, you generally hear, I'm hanging in there, I'm okay, and I'm getting by. I'm genuinely surprised when I hear someone say they're awesome or excited or display any modicum of enthusiasm for what they do. In education, morale seems to be low, and if you're a special educator, morale seems to be particularly low. In fact, some research even supports that claim. Staff turnover rates are higher in the realm of special education. According to a report by the IRIS Center at Peabody College, Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, the turnover rate for special education teachers has remained stable at approximately 25% over the past 20 years. An article by specialeducationdegree.net, you can read it over at bit.ly/sednet challenges, outlines the common reasons for the high levels of special education turnover, including paperwork, professional isolation, and lack of support. All that to say, things appear bleak and dismal. But they don't have to be. Let's take a look at implementing a simple philosophy, a series of 3 questions we can ask ourselves, and an acronym that ties them all together, which could result in a more enjoyable learning environment for students and teachers alike, which will perhaps increase everyone's overall happiness in life. Last school year, the school district in which I work had 14 snow days. Our district has longer school days all year long, so we don't have to make up those 14 days. That's an extra 14 days off. And what did every student say each morning when they woke up to find they had that day off?
Yes, I don't have to go to school today.
And what did every educator say when they woke up to find they had that day off?
Yes, I don't have to go to school today.
Has anyone seen the Peanuts movie? No spoilers, but the movie starts with a snow day and the kids being out of their minds excited because they don't have to go to that awful place called school. In our culture, a pervasive viewpoint is that school is a place to be avoided rather than a desired destination. Something you just have to get through so you can get on with your life. And for this reason, everyone seems thrilled when they don't have to be there. And so I ask, why does it have to be that way? How can we change the general attitude from one of, hooray, I don't have to go to school today, to, oh man, I'm so bummed. I really wanted to go to school today. How do we make the switch in how our culture thinks of school from being something that students just have to trudge through to something they really want to do? The answer comes in the design of our lessons, and perhaps the first place to start is with what we call ourselves. Instead of calling ourselves teachers, which might conjure pictures of people standing in front of rooms lecturing to kids, Maybe we should think of ourselves as experience designers. An experience designer is a person who has taken on a challenge of designing an enjoyable, and therefore memorable, experience. As an experience designer, we could ask 3 questions to ensure the success of each experience we're designing. 1. Is this an experience I, myself, would want to have? 2. Is this experience meaningful and purposeful to the participant? And, most importantly, 3. Is it awesome? Is it awesome? These are the questions we should ask every time we put together a lesson, either for school-age students, in professional development workshops, or really any time you're trying to convey any message to anyone. If your lessons are awesome, people will want to come. Students will want to be there.
Make it awesome!
Field of Dreams, remember that Kevin Costner movie? Well, they got it wrong. You have to do more than just build it. You have to design it to be awesome in order for people to want to come. Make your lessons fun. Make your lessons engaging. Make your lessons enjoyable. Make your lessons purposeful with real-world implications, and people will want to do them. Students will want to be part of your class. Students will participate in the experience, not because they have to, but because they want to.
Well, that's all well and good, Chris, but how exactly does one go about designing awesome experiences? How do you make it awesome?
There are multiple ways to make experiences awesome, but here are 5 ways that might help you rethink about how you're designing your experiences. C. Curiosity. Tap into a student's innate sense of curiosity and wonder. Curiosity and the desire to learn is something inherent to all of humankind. Every human, despite ability or disability, attempts to figure out his or her environment. That's just a law of nature, and it doesn't matter if you have autism, multiple sensory impairments, physical disabilities, a disability that impacts cognition, or any combination of those, or if you don't have a disability at all. Everyone explores the world around them to the greatest extent possible, and it is the job of educators, experience designers, to help individuals explore that world further. Curiosity starts with mystery. Give your participants a mystery to solve. Give your participants a question to answer.
Make it awesome.
Uniqueness. Build opportunities for individuals to shine. As an educational experience designer, plan for different ways for your participants to show off individual talents. For example, some might be the heavy lifters, while others are the note takers, while others are the researchers, while others are the leaders, while others are the timekeepers, and so on. If you expect every student to do the same thing, complete the same task, and perform the same way, you're forcing compliance rather than encouraging independence. And that is the opposite of awesome. Provide options and structure flexibility into how a student can experience the content by using the different technologies available. The power of the technology we have today is in the options we can provide.
Make it awesome.
R. Risks. Encourage risk-taking. Invite students to take chances. Don't allow them to take chances. Invite them to take chances. Don't be an evil overlord dictating what must be done. Be the benevolent host offering refreshing choices. Highlight moments and choices made by students that show off their uniqueness, using whatever tools they choose. Motivated by the opportunity to use whatever interests them, students will experience success. Success breeds success. When a student sees another student encouraged for being unique, inventive, and creative, others will see they can do it too. As an educational experience designer, your role is to provide an array of tools from which a student can choose. Students should be invited to try a technology that piques their interest, to experience or create something awesome, without fear that the monsters of time, grades, and compliance will get in their way. Reward the risk takers. R. Real world. Make it meaningful to the real world. We all live in this world. Let's make it a better place. Don't create activities just for the sake of creating activities. No one likes busy work, so don't fill time with stuff that is meaningless. Time is precious to everyone, especially students. Students only get to be that age once in their lives. Are you squandering youth on meaningless nonsense, or is every experience you design meant to add something to that person's life? Instead, fill the time with something purposeful. Make it mean something that impacts the world. Invite students to be the difference that changes the world. Look for opportunities to help others by working to solve social, economic, political, humanitarian, environmental, and cultural issues either locally, regionally, nationally, or even internationally. When students see they are making a difference, they want to make more differences, and learning becomes habitual. E, enjoyable. Make it fun. Always make it fun. Students don't have to be rolling on the floor laughing every minute of every class, but some humor increases the enjoyment of the overall activity. Inject some fun into every experience by inserting something funny into everything you do. Infuse the aspects of games and gamification whenever possible. Learning should be fun, and if it's fun, people will walk away feeling like it was awesome. And if it's awesome, students will stand a better chance of remembering and applying what they've learned. Design educational experiences with a sense of joy and humor. Make it awesome. Those 5 aspects, curiosity, uniqueness, risks, real world, and enjoyable, make a nice little acronym you can use to remember them by. It spells CURE. You can be the cure to the perception that school sucks. With each awesome experience that gets designed, the perception around school will change. With each awesome experience that gets designed, the perception around school will change. How we think about school in our culture will start to shift, not just for students, but for educators as well. Instead of feeling dread or malaise, feel excitement and enthusiasm. Instead of wanting to avoid school, students will embrace it. Students will want to be there when they know what they are doing is something awesome. And then they'll want to be involved in designing awesome experiences too. Before I sign off, I just have a few quick announcements. First, where the heck have I been? Why so long since episodes? Well, I've been working on converting/archiving every episode of the A.T.TIPSCAST over onto YouTube. At the time of this recording, I'm up to episode 45. You can check all that work out and subscribe over at bit.ly/A.T.TIPSCAST YouTube. I'm attempting to make playlists so you can find and listen to content specific to an area of interest to you. So please, check it out. Second, I'd like to thank TextHelp for their continued support of the A.T.TIPSCAST. Speaking of options to make awesome experiences, the Read-Write software and Chrome extension does just that. If you haven't checked it out, please do yourself a favor and explore it by going to texthelp.com/readwrite. You and your students will not be disappointed. Finally, the Assistive Technology Industry Association Conference is coming right around the corner in early February in Orlando, and I'm participating in not one, but 2 one-day pre-conference sessions. The first is on February 2nd with Beth Poss, titled Universal Design for 21st Century Learning. Or maybe an alternative title might be Making School Awesome. The second is on February 3rd with Sally Norton-Dar, Stacy McBain, and Mark Nichols, all members of the team that I get to work on in my school district, and that's titled Evolution of an AT Team, Real-World Experiences Shaping Practices. If those sound interesting to you or anyone you know, I encourage you to check out the link bit.ly/one-day-precons ATIA16. And don't worry if you didn't get that, I'll have everything listed over at A.T.TIPSCAST.com. I hope to see you there at ATIA. You can be darn sure we're working our tails off to design amazing experiences for you. Until next time, may all your strategies be supportive, may all your interventions be inclusive, and may you always remember to design awesome educational experiences for all students. Make it awesome.